Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 23 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel. As we're now in the year 2021, and it is the Dominion Tour. Arguably, the second biggest tour of the year. For us, really, I would say it's above the G1, but yeah, at the same time, the G1 is very, very fun and very big for the company, as obviously it's the biggest one, just as far as tour length wise. But for Dominion, this is a very, very big show. You will not want to miss this episode. It's got a lot as far as a lot of changing of the guard, a lot of big time moments happening on this card, and also I think it's going to be the best card to date, which we'll have to try to top Wrestling Dutaku Night One, which that was a 90. Well, I think we can with this show here. Hopefully, fingers fucking crossed as the little tour goals. We really don't have any. I was just kind of thinking, I was just like, we gotta figure something out to do. And I just couldn't. I don't know what it is. For some reason, I've just been blanking on a lot of them. Really, especially because it's such a short tour, and we really don't need to build a lot of this. A lot of it has already been built up thanks to really the couple of past tours. So we're just kind of doing our thing, and as far as because we'll have 3 tour shows actually booked. It's just kind of whatever at this point. We're gonna do something as far as like Kenta, as far as involving maybe do Kenta Jay White against Golden Ace as a main event. Like that's an idea, which is again crazy that those two don't have anything on this card. There's a lot of people who don't have anything on this card, but at the same time, we have 8 title matches on this card. So it's a very, very big deal, and I want it to seem like a big deal at the same time as well as the opener, which we're back to the graphics of the junior heavyweight tag team title matchup, which I forgot to add the little thing as far as the little in the parentheses of that says like a challenger and champion, and kind of how long they've been the champions and whatnot. I kind of figured that out as far as like halfway through it. I want to say it was like the after the third or fourth one I did, I was just like, oh shit, I forgot that to add that to the graphics. But it's no big deal. I don't think it really takes away anything. As Kazuya D'Amato and Alex Shelley of Liberty United take on United Empire of Jonathan Gresham and Daniel Makabe to open up the show. Yeah, I mean, this opener should be pretty awesome. Kazuya D'Amato, God bless him. He's the fucking man. What a render. That is incredible. As then, right after that, we have another Liberty United Empire title match. It's for the Never Openweight 6-man tag team titles as Juice Robinson, Jeff Cobb, and Toa Henare take on Zack Sabre Jr., Katsuya Kitamura, and the Great Okan. As, of course, just to kind of remind everyone, as far as the Never Openweight 6-man title matches, or the Never Openweight 6-man tag belts, of course, Shelley, Jeff Cobb, Toa Henare just lost the previous night here, as, this is a start of their run, looking to successfully defend their belts against Juice Robinson, Jeff Cobb, and Toa Henare. Or can Jeff Cobb and Toa Henare get the belts back while also having Juice Robinson have the belt? It's going to either be a big night for Liberty United or a big night for United Empire. Either way, either United Empire is going to lose both their belts, or Liberty United could gain both their belts, or they might split it 50-50. Have one team walk away with the win, but the other team doesn't. As far as they'll leave with 1-1. As for the next matchup, Never Open Weight title matchup of Brody Lee and Miro. What a match. Miro coming in as a champion. He's already had 4 defenses in the year. This is, a big moment for basically every champion on this card, because besides, maybe not every title, for the main single belts, besides Pac's, which even then, Pac, still, that's a big-time title match he's got with Nick Jackson. But basically, every champion going into this, if you make your successful defense here tonight, you will have a pretty lengthy reign just from being now going to be in the G1. But also, too, you'll have to, every night, you're going to have to be on your A game, or you might have a future title match with someone, losing there. So this is a big day for the champions to really dictate how they're going to go into the G1, if they're going to go in as a champion, or they're going to look to maybe get some revenge if they're in the same block with the guy who beat them, or even just kind of looking further and this, looking to like guys like the Never Openweight champion or the Intercontinental champion, looking to somehow retain tonight and go on to the G1 and maybe even possibly win the G1. For Brody Lee, though, I mean, this is a big opportunity. Obviously, a man who has come a long way. The leader of the Dark Order, won the New Japan Cup this year. Fell short, though, against Kodobushi, so maybe looking to get the win here tonight and possibly maybe he can win the G1. He can win the G1 and the New Japan Cup in the same night. That would be very ideal for Mr. Brody Lee. And this would be a big night for the Dark Order, getting the Never Openweight title. And also, they have their Intercontinental title match as well with Evil and Hiromu. So this could be a very, very big night for Dark Order. As for the next contest, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title matchup of Nick Jackson, Pac. This is pretty fun. This should be a banger of a matchup. As you have, Matt Jackson, that is kind of left out of the cold here, out of the Golden Elite, as far as Kodobushi and Nick Jackson having title matches. But, this is a great opportunity for Nick to take on, arguably the best junior heavyweight in the world. I don't think it's an arguable state, but I like to just not put down anybody else that's a junior heavyweight in this in the wrestling world, or at least in this mod. I should preface that. But Pac and Nick Jackson should be a banger. Should be a banger of a matchup. And Pac, guy who just swept his block, won the best Super Junior. He's had some very bold claims of wanting to go into the best super, or going into the G1 Climax rather, as the junior heavyweight champion and go on to win the whole damn thing. That would be pretty awesome. But first he's going to go through Nick Jackson if he's wanting to make that claim become a reality. As for the Intercontinental title matchup, as former Young Lion classmates into stablemates, and now into rivals of Dark Order, Los Ingobernables de Japón, as Hiromu Takahashi against Evil. This could be a very big night, for Dark Order, like we kind of prefaced in the Never Openweight title match. Could have a lot of gold going that way towards the Dark Order, but Hiromu, it's crazy to think about. LIJ's only got one belt, and it's this one. He's kind of the lone guy, but also, too, Naito's taking on Okada, so maybe he might have two, as far as for LIJ, or maybe none. If Naito falls short against Okada and Evil beats Hiromu, not a great night for Los Ingobernables de Japón, but we'll see what happens, obviously, in those matches. That obviously I think everyone kind of expects Hiromu to carry Evil in this matchup, and he definitely will, but can Evil shock the world? We'll have to wait and see. As for the IWGP Tag Team title matchup of the Chaotic Pitbulls, Tomohiro Ishii, Hiroki Goto against Joe Doring and Satoru Shino, Task Force Death. What a match. Obviously, you have two of the highest profile tag teams we've booked in this series. And, really, Joe Doring and Satoru Shino proved it really at Wrestling Duntaku with the Young Bucks match. It's like, listen, we're the best fucking tag team in the world, and we're the best tag team now in the series. Move over, Chaotic Pitbulls. And they're looking to have their big reign, much like the Chaotic Pitbulls do. But either way, this is a great moment for, I think, just for as the series as a whole, to have the two best booked tag teams over the past year battle it out on a big show like this. I think that's very, very cool. We'll see what happens. Can Chaotic Pitbulls make it reign number 2, or will the Task Force Death team of Joe Doring and Satoru Shino keep it going? As our co-main event, and what a fucking co-main event it is, for the IWGP United States title, Tetsuya Naito, Kazuchika Okada again. This is, obviously, I just realized Okada's got 2 Ds. That's hilarious. As, let's just get rid of that graphic. I can't believe that. As, the Kazuchika Okada, Tetsuya Naito, no strangers to each other, have main evented 2 Wrestle Kingdoms, have main evented Dominion before, but to now be in this part of their career, and not be in the main event, though, to be the co-main for the U.S. title, a first to these two. Naito was successful the last time they faced each other at Dominion. We'll see what happens here, as far as that was last year's main event, now this year's co-main. And our main event, again, 2 men that are no strangers to each other, as it's the wrong graphic. There we go. Kenta and Kodobushi. Kodobushi's had a hell of a run so far, and Kenta, it looks like he's probably going to get steamrolled, at least against Kodobushi. He's never beaten him before in a singles match, as far as when it matters, for the title, and he's someone that has had gold elude him in this series, as far as he's not been probably the most high-profile guy for this series, but this is a very big moment for him. Of course, a guy, former GHC heavyweight champion, a guy who's won belts all throughout his career and is obviously one of the most high-profile Japanese pro stars that there's probably ever been, for being honest. And Kodobushi, the same way. Both kind of came up the same way as being junior heavyweight guys and heavyweight guys. Part of one of the craziest junior tag matches you'll ever see, and to have a big main event here. As far as can Kodobushi keep the ring going and be the heavyweight champion going into the G1 Climax, or will Kenta be the one to beat Kodobushi in Bullet Club back on top with this big win here? We'll have to wait and see. Again, Jay White not on the card. It's we kind of talked about there with Jay White and Hiroshi Tanahashi not being on the cards. That's we try to make this the biggest card of the year, to even surpass our Wrestle Kingdom shows. I think it's got a lot of potential to do that. I really do. We'll see if I'm right. Obviously, fingers crossed, everybody gets fucking hurt going into this show. That would be very sad. Very, very sad. So, let's see what this first show is all about here for, for this first day of the tour. Oh, we got us in the differ. Satoshi Kojima, Hayato Tamura, of course, the man who just finished his trial series, as he's passing on tips on selling to Hayato Tamura. As we have, that is a thing. We've kind of overbooked Kanto a little bit. Kind of booked at a lot of places, to be honest. So this might be the first time as far as we won't really run a whole lot for... we're not going to be running in Kanto. Probably won't be running Osaka until the final show. Yeah, it's not going to be probably the greatest of tours, but what are you going to do? As well, just run Okayama Miro Hall for this first day. Really, the big thing for this tour is to focus on guys who are not on the main show of Dominion. So, the Hiroshi Tanahashis, the Jay Whites of the world. That would make a lot of sense. And I think as far as what we can do, we'll start it off as a tag, but I'll kind of look and see what we can do. We can make it a 6-man. It's not going to be the greatest 6-man, but we're going to have Tanahashi with... I'm trying to think what would probably be the best team for Tanahashi here, because think of the Dragon Masters, Master Wato, Yana Fujinami, and Tanahashi here. Against Jay White, Yujiro, we'll have him be down here, and we'll have Daiji Shimori be here. Assuming we haven't done this as far as it, it's not the greatest main event, but Tanahashi will carry it, Jay White's going to carry it, and so will Ishimori as well. Just as a nice penciled-in main event for the time being. As far as I wasn't really paying attention what their momentum is. We just kind of look, Jay White's is hot, that makes sense. Ishimori's is very hot, that makes sense. I'm assuming Yujiro's is probably on the cooler side. Yep, the chilly side. Master Wato's probably, he's neutral, I'm surprised. Fujinami, I think, is actually probably pretty, it's neutral as well. I think Tanahashi's probably very warm. Yeah, that makes sense. We're going to have Fujinami beat Yujiro. Just feel like that's for the best there. Kind of want to... Actually, I don't know. I was thinking about having Yujiro win just to kind of get him some morale as far as just getting a nice win for him, but... Fuck it. It's Yujiro Takahashi. No business. No business. We'll make another 6-man here. So, Sanada, Shingo, Bushi, they're not on the card either. Just fucking crazy. But, so we'll definitely have to do something with them. Shingo, Bushi. As far as who they could face, either a Chaos team, or you could even do a Dark Order team. I think we'll probably do that. We'll do Tankman and Hobbs, Disciples of Darkness, and John Silver. Oh, that's right. John Boy's hurt. Doi as Alex Reynolds. Actually, Black Taurus. What am I doing? Yeah. He's the fucking man. As but this is a pretty good match. It was really good, to be honest. This should do pretty well. I'll say, have we done this as a 6-man? We've done a 10-man and a 8-man, but not this as a 6-man. This could honestly main event. As, this is a tough one. Forgot what Bushi's momentum is, too. That's warm. I figured he did pretty well as far as for him being the best Super Juniors. I think everybody's actually on the warm side of this, which is awesome. Yeah. Because I'm assuming Sonata and Shingo. Oh, Sonata's red hot. And Shingo's white hot. Perfect. Yeah, so, anyone could take the fall here. And it'd really be no big deal. We're going to actually have Bushi beat Black Taurus. Just to prelude a tag match of doing either just a regular 2v2 of like Bushi with either Evil, or with Bushi and Hiromu against Evil and Black Taurus. Like, that could be an idea, or maybe something else to kind of also keep booking Shingo and Sonata at the same time. This should be a pretty good co-main though, hopefully. Let's get the Young Lions involved while we're thinking about it. As we're going to have Tamura beat some Young Lions. He can beat Yota Tsuji. This is kind of his start. It's like, oh, listen, he might be a Young Lion, but he's fucking better. You know, he's still technically a Young Lion, even though he just had his trial series, because really he would be out of that Young Lion phase. But, yeah, this is, he'd be off to Excursion, but we're still kind of hanging off. I just don't want him to do it at the same time, because I thought about sending him down to CMLL, but I kind of want him to not go on Excursion, to be, like, the first Young Lion to ever, like, in a while, at least, since they started doing Excursions, kind of, well, I don't say Fale didn't have an Excursion, but I think he did, now I'm thinking about it, that he was probably the last one, but, I mean, it's been a while. Usually someone does even something, even like Tanahashi just, you know, he worked some TNA shows, you know, just occasionally. We'll give it 12. Is Yota Tsuji now no longer a Young Lion? What? Oh, he's not. Huh. What a graduation for Yota Tsuji here. We need to send him on Excursion. Or not on Excursion, just kind of should have been sent on Excursion already. But, that's wild. Well, shit. Well, it looks like it's going to be Yuto. Because we'd have Kendo Koben. But they're in the same class, so I don't want to do that. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, we'll keep that to finish, though. And... huh. I'll be damned. As, let's see what we can do. You know, Great Bash Field could probably... because, like, Makabe's cold, and Han was cold, so they could probably use a win over some Young Lions, too. Connors and Coughlin are always great for that. We'll have them lose there. I'm thinking we've done this match a couple of times. It's kind of crazy, we've only done it once. We did the 6-man, but as far as this goes, only once. So we'll have Makabe get the win. Don't really care who wins or loses. We should probably have a better as far as, we'll need to steal the show, and we'll probably need Technical Masterclass. I guess this could technically be it. But at the same time, I'd rather it be this. Yeah, I think that's just what we'll... at the same time, I want him to beat him, like, pretty handedly. It's not a great... yeah, fuck it. Because it's going to be the opener, might as well. Might as well. So build, Technical Masterclass, perfect. Oh, yeah, open. Alright. So now we, just need to steal the show match. But at the same time, you know, I think this is a great opportunity to book Horus in either Ryu Lee or Flamita. Either way, get him back into the swing of things. Really Flamita, because his momentum's chilly at the moment. Trying to think what's a good junior team there. I mean, Top Flight's always a good idea. I'll say, I think we've done this for the junior league. Oh, it's a 30 when we did it that last time. That's not good. We'll see what happens here, because Horus is kinda... oh, he's not really over enough, though. Yeah, Flamita kinda is. I don't know. Flamita needs a win, though, so he can win. Not the greatest of matches, but it'll do for now. Another tag. Maybe heavyweight junior tag match. Yeah, because, Francesco's not on the card. Maybe something involving that. So I'm trying to think. I mean, really, the only other Chaos guy, I guess Yano isn't either. Yano's chilly. Oof. I mean, it's kind of funny how badly I have booked Yano over the just over the year. Because really, I don't think he's terrible. I just think he's like kind of peak Yano was like comedy stuff like about 6-7 years ago. Like it was fine. Now it just kind of it's ran its course. So I'm just kind of it's reflected in my booking of him. It can really show. Let's have Taichi. Yeah, let's get Taichi out there. Taichi and Despy. So this has got to be a first time. Yeah, I'm about to say. I mean, this is really what I should be doing throughout the tours, to be honest. Booking guys where, sure, is it a more ideal sense of, helping build up a card by doing 6-mans and 8-mans and stuff? Yeah. But maybe not every, card, as far as every tour show. Sometimes you can just throw guys, especially with a roster of this size, where we can just kind of have fun and do whatever. We're going to have Taichi beat Francesco. Talk about Akira Francesco, though. I mean, we brought him in as the Ospreay replacement. He did pretty well in the Best Super Junior as far as, like, booking-wise, but obviously not, like, talent-wise, and it's just been a steep downhill ever since for that man. Came in hot, but then just cooled off rather immediately. I guess this will be there, and this can go... I kind of trust this match more than that, to be honest. I'm going to keep it there. And let's run the show. See how, well... Fuck. Not the greatest ways of starting off the crowd, but, you have tomorrow with a 49 at least. He's 10 times better than you tonight. Oh, well, maybe not 10 times better. That's a bit over-exaggerating. 40. At least it's 10 points better here. It's Flamita with a 57. 46 for Ray Horse. Dante Martin was really off his game. He still did the 41. Obviously, that makes sense. Dante's awesome. And Flamita with the fly fight, which is crazy, too, because this mod started before, it was created and started before he had, got the singles push. So that's kind of crazy that even he was just like, hey, all right. I think it was Fleischer made this. It's like, yeah, he's going to be better than theirs. And he was fucking right. At least I got a 40, though. At least a 54. Instincts paid off there. As Hanma getting outperformed by the Young Lions, thanks to him being off his game, and the chemistry boost of Coughlin and Connors. Makabe pins Clark Connors after the lariat in 10:36. Not bad for Togi Makabe there. Not bad at all. So 58 for Yano and Francesco against Taichi and Despy. Wrong team won. For sure, Yano with a 60. As Taichi taps out Francesco with the Taichi clutch. Yeah. I mean, wrong guy won. For sure. At least it was Taichi instead of Despy still. Not great. Not great at all. 69 for the co-main here as LIJ beat Dark Order as Bushi pins Black Horse DMX. 73 for Shingo, 68 for Sonata, 64 for Bushi, 59 for Black Horse, and 58 for Hobbs and Tankman. Got the crowd order for our main event. Ooh! That's me putting way too much faith in this match. Even though they had Tanahashi and Ishimori too, and even Jay White, they still had Master Wato in this match with a 30, and even Yujiro outperformed Yano Fujinami. Not the greatest of performances, but hopefully we don't lose any pop or anything as Fujinami went with the double underhook in 2016. Yeah. I mean, not bad. it could have been a lot worse. Definitely, it would have been better if we had that as the main, or that should have been the main, to be fair, over that, but I was blinded by Jay White and Ishimori and Hiroshi Tanahashi when basically everybody on this team did just as good as, the top 3 guys over there. Plus, we had these guys do really well, too. It's just, fuck up on my part. Well, that first day's out of the books, though. It's nice, and, we just only got 2 more days left of the actual tour dates, and then we'll have the actual final show, which, I just cannot wait for. That show's going to be very, very fun to see how it gets played out. Alrighty, day 2 of the Road to Dominion in Korakuen. Now, we had our fun little day 1 show where we didn't really build anything happening on Dominion. But I do think this main event would be pretty fun to see, so I'm going to do it as the Young Bucks against Pac and Phoenix. Yeah, this is pretty awesome for just a tour show. But, this is going to be, the only legitimate time we're able to do this. And, this is just, what more can you fucking say about this match? This is just, this is going to be crazy. Nick Jackson's going to win. He's going to beat Phoenix. Just a little added umbrage to that match. But hopefully, again, nobody gets fucking hurt. But that match is, I'm very, very excited to see how that one see how that one goes about. And as far as what else we could build for Dominion, there's really nothing else. I was thinking about having Brody and Miro in a tag match against each other, with Miro with the Young Lion. I'm trying to think what would probably be a good idea. Actually, I think Yota Tsuji would be probably the best in this case, because even though he's technically not a Young Lion anymore, because we're going to have Reynolds team up with Brody, since John's hurt. And, I want to say we've done something kind of like this already. With Brody? Yeah, we did. It was Brody and Reynolds against Miro and Clark Connors at Strong, so that's fine. We're able to do that, no problem, for this one, since, Strong's not a huge deal. It's a deal, but it's not a huge deal. So we're going to have Brody beat Yota Tsuji. He's just going to kill him, once he gets in there. But the big thing about this is Miro's going to lay him out like he kind of always does. But this will send Yota Tsuji kind of away off of Excursion. That's kind of like his farewell into Excursion, is him being destroyed by Miro. It's kind of the idea behind that. Yeah, we just need to steal the show. And Technical Mascots, slightly used too much here for Ray Phoenix. We'll bump that down a little bit. There we go. Because really, other than that, we're pretty much good to go. We could have a tag, like, we were kind of saying with either doing Sonata or Shingo. Probably Sonata in this case, because this Pop's not that good compared to Shingo. Shelton's able to go, though, which is fun. Again, not exactly sure if we're going to have him be Suzuki-gun guy, or, I'm sure he'll probably, because him and Davey could be a fun team. Maybe, potentially. And, also him and Suzuki, too. Just, it also could do something for Suzuki-gun as a whole. Really, is kind of the big thing there. Also, then again, though, could be a huge deal for the Foundation, too. So there is that. But, yeah, Sonata with Bushi. I don't know if we should do Tankman or Hobbs. Hobbs is a little bit more over. Go with Hobbs. And then Black Taurus. Yeah, we'll keep it 18. And Black Taurus will be beating Bushi back. Yeah, slow build it. And just kind of hope for the best there. Yeah, it's going to go there. Which is kind of weird. Because obviously Brody and Miro, that's an actual match that's happening on Dominion. Well, these two teams are not doing anything against, besides, Evil. I guess we could make that a 6-man. Have, or even an 8-man. Yeah, I guess we'll just do that instead. Because now it's just kind of weird. We might as well. And Evil. Disciples of Darkness. Man, Black Taurus, Romu, Sonata, Shingo, Bushi. Which again, I don't think it was. Oh, I guess it was this exact form. Yeah, there's that's right. It was the Best Super Junior Finals. That's right. Completely forgot about that. That we had that, and that's how Evil beat around with the setup for the Dominion show. Silly me. As we'll go with as far as again having Taurus beat Bushi. Should be a pretty good match though. I think that's enough as far as building for Dominion. I think we're good to go with as far as that goes. Now we can just kind of book elsewhere. Some more guys that are not on the card. Let's see what we got as far as a tag. Now we did just book Strong Style Riders on Strong, and that taping was the day before, so I don't want to book them. They got a match, so do United Rage. Kind of want to have them face off though at the same time. I think Grand Time Players could do something though. We could do yeah, they're not doing anything. 1 or 8. We could do Francesco and Eagles. Just something a little different. We'll have it be set for Seal the Show, and we'll have Francesco beat Master Watto. Since Master Watto refuses to improve, he's just the drizzling shit. As far as what we can do with the 6-man, I think a good idea would be Tenkoji with Hayata Tamura. And kind of get them rolling in the right direction. Now that Hayata Tamura is technically, even though he still is listed in the game, in our booking, he's out of the young lion phase. We got to get that experience up too, so this is just kind of helping everybody out at the same time. This would be a great opportunity for Team Filthy, but again, they're not. We just booked them on the Strong taping. And let's see. What would be... I think about the Foundation, but they're not really over. Because that'd be a pretty easy transaction. Dorita's technically on Excursion. It's just on Strong. Do we just have Shelton Benjamin debut on this, or kind of his return as a tour show? That'd kind of be lame. We can also do we could do... I'm not really sure what we could do out of that. I'm thinking about it. We could do maybe something with Chaos. Yeah, we do Harada with Toriano and Yoshihashi. There we go. That is certainly a match. I'm trying to think what would probably be the best here, Technical Masterclass or not. I think it should just be a normal little match here. 12 minutes after Hayata Tamura beat him. Works well by me. The push continues. That's right. He's not a young lion now either. Fucker, man. We're missing out. Just missing this window. He's gonna beat... do we have him just beat you? Nah, let's just have Toriano get a win and he can beat Tenzan. Hate it. hate it. This should probably be a Steal the Show match. Oh, it already is. I'm an idiot. So yeah, we just need a Technical Masterclass. Do we have it be a Young Lion match and just say fuck it? Oh yeah, we could do Garcia and somebody. It's not a bad idea. Let's see, Lee Moriarty? That's a really good opener for this setting. I must say, we've never done this. That's nuts to do this just on a random ass tour show. Moriarty's gonna get the win, but interesting to see how this goes. Because I think Moriarty has enough pop to make this work. Ooh, he might not though. Depending on where we run this, because I don't think I've picked a venue. Yeah, we were not gonna run in Kanto. Oh, Kyushu, perfect. We'll be a little over budgeted, but that's okay. Let's see how it goes. Hoping for something good. Well, that's it, folks. Just not great. Not great at all. Ankle sprain for Moriarty, too. Not good. We need to add his stuff, too. There's a lot of guys I need to really get a hold of that. Start updating stuff. As Hayato Tamura with 10 Koji. As 10 Tamura Koji, if you will. Beat Chaos, or lose rather to Chaos. And Toriyano Yoshihashi and Tomoya Harada. As Yano pins Hiroshi Tenzan. The Akakuri. As Yano with a 58, best guy in the match. No surprise. And then Kojima, Tamura, Tenzan, Yoshihashi. So yeah, Yoshihashi wasn't even the worst guy in the match. That'd be Harada. Yeah, not great. And then we got another win for Chaos here over 108. As Eagles and Francesco beat Deguchi and Wato. As Robbie Eagles and Francesco get the win as Francesco pins Wato with the Utaka in 13:05. A 61 for Brody and Reynolds against Miro and Yota Tsuji. Yota Tsuji getting killed with a discus clothesline that turns him inside out in 13:13. As the Exalted One gets the win. And so did Dark Order as a whole. 65 for Dark Order and LIJ here. As Dark Order getting the win. As Black Taurus pinning Bushi with the Infernal Suplex. Thank God nobody got hurt in this match. As Hiromu with an 82. 73 for Shingo. My God, Evil. Not even the third best guy in the match. It's Sonata with a 68. Bushi probably outperformed him if he wasn't really off his game. And then we got Black Taurus at 57. 56s for Hobbs and Tankman. Yeah, I mean, not bad. A 65. We'll take it as a 70 main event. I would imagine this would have been like in the close to the 90s probably if this was on a regular show. As the Young Bucks beat Pac and Phoenix in 21-28 as Nick Jackson pinning Phoenix up to the 450. Yeah, Pac best guy in the match. Nick second best guy. 69s for Phoenix and Matt Jackson. Yeah, just great stuff. Obviously the chemistry boost for Matt and Nick Jackson. Oh no, what a main event. I can't believe I got a 17. Alright, as we just have one more tour show to book. I also have to add everything to the pre-booking page, so that's going to be fun for me, but you guys, it's going to be seamless. But yeah, I mean, it probably shouldn't take too long, though, but there's a lot of stuff we got to add, and then we'll be all set and squared away for Dominion. It's exciting. I just can't wait. Can't fucking wait to have that show happen. Alright, Cork and Hall probably won't run it, but it's nice that that's, at least it looks like we're back for running shows in Kanto, as Drew London was brought before Russell's Court, accused of failing to pick up his share of the tab on the shared rental car. Assuming that's his, assuming Paris de Silva ratted on him, as Judge Hiroshi Tanahashi found him guilty and says him to pay the full cost in reimburses travel partners. As for the show, oh no, it's still a little down. Yeah, I mean, we rarely run here. Yeah, I mean, that's probably for the best, actually. Oof. Yeah, I guess again, we're just gonna bite up a little bit more than we can chew. I mean, the economy is booming right now in Japan. That is awesome. I'm hoping that, hopefully, we can have a nice day for the Osaka Joe Hall show. I mean, we should be able to outperform it, or not perform it. Should be able to sell it out, no problem, but at the same time, though, we want something to be very memorable for that Osaka Joe Hall show, so we want everyone to be there. As for this day, oh boy, I really want to do Jay White and Kenta against Golden Ace, but that is, a tall task is what that is, because we had just done that too at the same time. Crazy Jay White's 28, you don't really realize how young somebody really is. Just because he's just been around forever. In my head, I'm just like, oh, he's got to be in his 30s now. So yeah, because we just did that Wrestling Duntaku. Maybe not. Maybe, probably not a good idea. That'd be a good main event, for sure. Let's see here. What would be a good idea? Oh, yeah, we haven't used Rocky at all. We did use Roppongi 3K on the Strong taping this week, so I think that it's fine for them to wrestle here on this show. And Rocky. You know, always the team of Suzuki Gun's always not a bad idea. Yeah, fucking Gavin McGavin, haven't really done shit with him as far as for United Empire. Not been the greatest of ideas. Because, yeah, what, Jarvis, and yeah, we got... I'm trying to think who else hasn't really... Because we just booked Moriarty. Maybe we could do something like that, but Jarvis is a little too big in that case. Yeah, fuck it. Something else, I'm sure we'll figure something out. Oh, no, yeah, we could do Ryu Lee with the rest of Mexabloods, yeah. Horus. Flamita. We gotta get Flamita back into our good graces here of, we gotta stop with the shitty momentum. Oh, so was... Ooh, everybody's not doing hot in this match. As, oh, about that Nick Jackson involved instead. Ray Horus. So I'm sure we've done this before, yeah. Yeah, and back at New Beginning. Got a 54 that time. Yeah, I mean, it's probably safe to assume this will be the Steal the Show match. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is a real tough one, because I think Flamita should win. Oh, he's gonna beat Show. That's another thing, you know, we really booked Show really, really well during that New Japan, Best Super Junior tournament, but it just, it still did not work out really in his favor for his momentum. Not great. Yeah, I think, again, we're gonna book Tengoji and Hayato Tamura. And, we'll have Great Bash Heel. Let's see what Young Lion we can throw. I guess we could throw Yota Tsuji that way, even though he's technically not a Young Lion anymore. I'm sure we've done this before, yeah? Yeah. Did an 8-man. We did Great Bash Heel with Tengoji against all the Young Lions. Let's have it be a technical masterclass, actually. And we'll have... Well, fuck, Tamura can't really beat... I guess he could beat Yota Tsuji. Fuck it. You know, it's fine. It's fine. We'll make it fucking work. We can pay him off. Yota Tsuji, I'm sure he's not going to be wanting... Oh my, everybody's pissed about that? So is Hanma? That's crazy. You're not even in the finish. Oh, Makabe's pissed too? Wow. What the fuck? Well, that makes no sense, but... Guess we'll change that for Kojima. What type of dumb shit is that? As, let's see here. I guess maybe that would make kind of sense realistically, but at the same time, it's like, dude, he's happen more. He's the man. We gotta have him beat people at this rate. And strong style riders want to get their pop in Japan a little bit more. Hey, because Kingston's is great. Weirdly, we booked on the strong taping Kingston and Homicide against the Gods of War, who, you know, I mean, they have really good, like, pop in America, like, it's in the 30s, still was kind of nixed for not enough pop, which I thought was crazy. Because, like, especially Kingston's is in the 50s. Like, what the fuck? So, as far as who they are going to beat, that is a good question. Or at least face. Maybe doesn't have to necessarily beat them. Let's see. I'm trying to think who's someone we haven't really booked. This tour, at least. Boy, definitely. Because we just did Suzuki and Davey Boy. I guess we could do that. They lost to Filthy Tom. I guess we could also do that, though. We could do Filthy Tom and Josh Alexander. That's not a bad idea. Surprised we've never done this before, to be honest. I hope it gets enough pop as far as in Japan, because there's a lot of guys, like, obviously, Homicides is bad. But Josh Alexander's going to get the win. He's going to beat Homicide. Josh Alexander, he's been doing so well and strong. I think you saw his pop. It's like in the high 60s or low 60s, something like that. Yeah. He's just been the strong machine. He's been killing it. For sure. Is that actually... maybe not... Shouldn't be the technical masterclass match, but at the same time, that's a really good match. It's kind of weird. We've usually been booking top down, but we booked from the bottom up this time for this tour show. So I'm not sure what the deal was there. I mean, tag matches are never a bad idea to have. Can never have enough tag matches on a tour show. Taguchi, he's a little annoyed right now. Maybe we can have it beat someone. Because, I mean, knowing my luck, someone's going to get fucking hurt that's on that final show. So I think we're going to keep on booking people that aren't on that show. So we'll have Yano. I'm trying to think who could team with Yano here. I think we're going to have Tomoya. It's kind of funny. It should be Ishii, you know, really teaming up with him. But so far, we've been doing pretty well as far as Yano with him. Yeah, we'll do Yujiro. Maybe not Yujiro. That might be a little... I can't believe Yujiro's 40 years old. I mean, it makes sense, though, because obviously him and Naito started, you know, same time. And Naito's 38. Around there. We also haven't really booked Cinta de Oro or Samurai del Sol. Or Caristico, for that matter, too. Which wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, that's true. We also have, you know, El Fantasma Bullet Club, too, to do something with. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, this episode is going to be a little too long because of how undecisive I've been about this tour show. But that's okay. It still should be, you know, less than an hour with our 4 shows. Yeah, let's do Tai Chi and Doki. Fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. 12 minutes. Saviano beat Doki. I mean, this is kind of on par to what tour shows really are. It's so funny how weird my brain works sometimes. So I'm just like, yeah, well, actually, you know, we'll have the Young Bucks and Pac and Phoenix as the main event of a tour show. But then we'll book shit like this. It's like, there's been nothing that's been, like, crazy compared to what we just saw on the last show. So yeah, I think that's a good spot there. I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll have to put it there. I got a bad feeling about that match, too. I'll just move that up. Alright. So the top stuff of the card. I think we are going to do that Jay White Kenta match against Golden Ace. I mean, it's just really the only option we have that could be a main event at this point. And it makes sense, you know. Yeah, okay, they're 1-1. This is the trilogy. And we'll have Tanahashi get the win. He's gonna beat Jay. I hate it. I can't. It's too good of a match. Type of, you know, Booker will say that. That's too good. I can't have that happen. It's got to be something. Something we can do. Phoenix, again, is not doing shit. So that's another guy that we could maybe... Man, it'd be nice if Pentagon Jr. was here. Do a junior tag of those two. Against Taguchi and either Wado or someone. Let's have Kento Koben just lose to someone. Don't care who it is. You know, it could be Taguchi for all I care. Let's just get him on the card. He's too talented to not be on the card. To not be getting booked for a young lion. There we go. This is who should be on the tour cards, you know, fucking young lions. That's the people. That's the demo for this. So the main event, I hate to do another LIJ Dark Order, you know, match, but I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm trying to think what we could do that's at least a little different. But I really got nothing. Because again, you know, that may be something. Maybe Matt Jackson and Phoenix. That's our main event. fun match. As Phoenix will get the win. He could use the pop boost too. This works out. This is a really good main event. Yeah, but again, if it gets hurt, or if somebody gets hurt in this match, who cares? Not that big of a deal. I don't even care. Let's not even keep him strong. Fuck it. Alright. As I think... Oh yeah, that's right, we did. Perfect. Let's run the show. 48 for the opener. Not bad. Kojima, best guy in the match. Then Tamura. Actually, Makabe is the best guy in the match. I didn't even see him there. As Makabe, Kojima, Tamura, Tenzan, Hanma, and Yota Tsuji with the 27. 50 for Taguchi and Kento Kodobushi. Man, Taguchi in the 40s now is not a great sign for him. Definitely age is not on his side. I'm assuming that is the problem there. Yeah, stamina, low morale. Just kind of a whole bunch of shit. That's what happened there. 56 for Taichi and Doki against Yano and Harada. As Yano gets the win. Again, nice win for Toriano with a 57. As Taichi with a 51. 47 for Doki. To 37 for Harada. Not bad there. Not bad at all. So 42 for the Strong Style Riders in Team Filthy of Filthy Tom and Josh Alexander. What a match this could have been had they been over enough. As Josh Alexander, the Pearl over Plunge in 1814 again. You know, good stuff from Josh Alexander and Eddie Kingston, 56-55. 43 for Homicide, 42 for Tom Lawler. Wrong team won, just by 2 points. That is tough. 61, though, for the sixth man of Mexa Blood and Chaos. Or Roppongi 3K, really. As Flamita pinned Show with a Fly Flame in 11:43. Yeah, Ryu Lee, best guy in the match. Then Rocky Romero, Flamita, Yo, Show, Ray Horse, worst guy in the match. Really off his game, of course, but not great having a 42 being off his game. And Matt Jackson and Ray Phoenix. Pretty good match, 77. As Phoenix gets them with the Meteor in 2024. Wild. Well, increased our pop. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, so, yeah, we'll have to stop the recording before we get to the Dominion show to add everything up. And then we'll be ready to run the show. Alright, so backstage incident. Daichi Murami, as Taichi was brought before Wrestler's Court, accused of being an hour late to pick up his assigned travel partner. The judge, Hiroshi Tanahashi, found him guilty and sentenced sentenced him to pay for his travel partners for meals for the next 3 shows. Hell yeah. Alright, so this show, we have a lot to add to the pre-booking page, or from the pre-booking page. As already, it's already at Osaka, so that's good to go. As the main event, Kenta, Kodobushi. We got a new heavyweight champion. As he has beaten him again. Kodobushi lost to this man at the G1 last year. Now, of course, Kodobushi, even though with that loss, I'm pretty sure that was his only loss the whole tournament, too, if I remember correctly. So let's just take a trip down memory lane here. Is he... Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he lost to Goto at the end. That was the other loss. Which, of course, led to Jay winning the block. But then, of course, Ibushi ends up winning against Jay White for the briefcase. And would go on to win in the main event against Tetsuya Naito. So to have a reign from January to June, not a bad run. Listen, he had some very good matches. Funny, his best match will be that Golden Ace match with Jay White and Kenta. So maybe, unless this tops it here, an interesting run, right? You know, he had the anniversary show. We went the 60-minute time limit draw with, Pac. So now, with that in mind, Ibushi losing the belt here to Kenta, but there's some shenanigans involved, though. Jay White's going to come out, and distract Kodobushi. But also, a man who is going to the aid is Mr. Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega comes to try to even the fray there, but it's just not enough, though. Just not enough. But the big thing that's happening is the let's see here. Oh, here we go. The post-show celebration with Kenta holding the belt up high. Jay White's there, Ishimori's there, all the Bullet Club is there. As Jay White And they all got him up on their shoulders, and Jay White's just like, look at him. We got the belt. The Bullet Club is back on top. They have their heavyweight champion, and Kenta. But then, out comes from they're not seeing it. And, they're kind of posing the hard cam side, and from the entrance way comes Task Force Death of Joe Doring, Shitoro Shino, Pac, Phoenix. Phoenix isn't credit because there's only 8 guys in this angle. They don't see it, and when they get him down, though, after that hoisting him up and hoisting up the belt, they get in the ring. Task Force Death. Jay White's, kind of like mouthing him. It's like, oh, you want a piece of the champ? You want a piece of Bullet Club now? As Ishimori, Yujiro, and El Phantasma, they kind of walk towards them, but Kenta stays back. And they're kind of just turn around like, hey, champ, don't worry, we got this. You can sit there, but we would assume you'd help join us. But then the beatdown starts of Doring, Ashino, Pac, and Phoenix. They put the boots to the Bullet Club guys. Just, with Joe Doring, a physical specimen that he is. He's throwing around, Yujiro and Phantasmo and Ashino and Pac. They're kind of laying waste to Taichi Ishimori and Jay White. But Kenta, he's just standing there. And then it starts clicking. Everyone's like, oh shit. Oh no. As Jay White looks over and he's just like, what are you doing? And Kenta kicks him right in the face. And they pick him up. Doring and Shitoro Shino pick him up, throw him at Kenta, Basaiku knee. Kenta is now part of Task Force Death. GTS is Jay White to even the fray even more, posing with the belt, and it looks like Task Force Death have a new member, and it's the biggest acquisition you could ask for in the heavyweight champion. And also, then, the aftermath of that. We have a promo, or backstage, press conference, just kind of like, what the hell is going on? Shitoro Shino, Joe Doring, is like, this has been the mission from day one. Task Force Death. It's the accumulation of all this talent from elsewhere in the wrestling world to destroy New Japan Pro Wrestling. The one goal, to kill New Japan Pro Wrestling. We have talent like Joe Doring, All Japan Pro Wrestling's Joe Doring, a former multiple-time Triple Crown champion. Shitoro Shino, myself, former Wrestle One heavyweight champion. Man that has been talked about as a high ceiling of being the best in Japanese pro wrestling right now. Ray Phoenix, Pentagon Jr., the Lucha Brothers. One of the best junior tag teams in the world, and not only that, some of the best talent in AAA has to offer, and some of the best talent that AEW has to offer. And speaking of AEW talent, a former AEW member, a former man of the WWE, the best junior heavyweight in the world, in Pac. But we're not done, though. We get a Pro Wrestling Noah great, a former GHC heavyweight champion, and now the heavyweight champion. See, we got the tag belts, we got the junior heavyweight title, we got the heavyweight title. Task Force Death is a step closer to fulfilling our goal. Because come the G1, we got our heavyweight champion here. Of course, he's going to be in the G1. Shitoro Shino, Joe Doring, yeah, we're going to be in the G1. We also have the junior heavyweight champion going to be in this G1. The odds are in our favor. We're the best stable going today. And our mission to destroy New Japan Pro Wrestling from the inside out is almost complete. So that's Task Force Death. The ideology laying down, just as far as acquiring the best talent from around the world in one group to take out New Japan. That is where the death comes from in Task Force Death. And I think this type of move really solidifies that, is that they are a top group, like they weren't already, with them being the tag champs and the junior heavyweight champion. But of course, it kind of gives away what's happening in the tag team match and the junior heavyweight title matchup. So we'll add that as well. As also, just kind of the aftermath of that, there's also just Pac talking mostly and just saying, yeah, my dream will come true. Beat Nick Jackson tonight. I'm joining this G1 and I'm going to win being the junior heavyweight champion. But Joe Doring just kind of laughs it off and just like, listen, brother, I know, we're Task Force Death guys, but you got another thing coming if you think you're beating me if we're in the same block. This is what a heavyweight looks like. This is what, and you're going to find out if we're in the same block, what a heavyweight feels like. And he just kind of, almost a bit of a not really a pull apart, but there's a bit of a shoving match as Pac's not backing down. He's just like, listen, I'm the best fucking guy in this stable. And that kind of, a couple of eyes pop big. It's like, wait a minute, the fucking Kenta's like, I'm the heavyweight champ. Like, what is going on? I just joined what I thought was this cohesive unit, and it looks like there might be pulling apart the seams already. Just a lot of egos, type of thing. But, they settle away, and they're just like, I guess we'll just have to wait and see, maybe. And it's kind of, potentially, there might be some bad blood there. As, let's see here. So, also, I think I forgot to put this, got to put that for the post-show. Which, brings us to our former champion here, Kodobushi, losing. But, the reason Kenny Omega's here is because after the Tetsuya Naito Kazuchika Okada match, which Okada will be winning, retaining his belt. It's, here we go. The main event last year. Of course, these two, no strangers to each other, like we've talked about. And I want to say that, that main event was like a 77 or something like that. That was like the first time where we had to change, like, the ideology of what the save was about. Just kind of taking away, like, the burned out crowd. Because they don't give a fuck. Like, new Japanese crowds, they know what they're getting into. And there's enough time to where I don't think a crowd is necessarily blown up. I think that was proven, Wrestle Kingdom 11. But after Okada beats Naito, out comes Kenny Omega. Omega, of course, the pop of that. Just he's back in New Japan, on New Japan, on Japanese soil, back in New Japan, on a big program like this, because of course we brought him back for the New Beginning show to, have a Golden Lovers match, but we really hadn't seen a lot of him, and to have him be back in this role, is, God, it's been a while. At this very arena, we made history, and I beat you for the heavyweight title. And I've been thinking, watching from afar what you've been doing, U.S. champ, right? Being the Rainmaker still, trying to go back to your old ways of laying people out with Rainmakers and being the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling. But you see, even though that night, when I beat you, 2 out of 3 falls, 2018, that changed my life. Got to come to America. Got to have a nice payday. Start something new. Revolutionary, innovative, AEW, All Elite Wrestling. But yet I kept seeing you. I thought that night, in this very arena, I thought that was it, right? I thought that was going to be the end of Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada. I'd beaten the Rainmaker not once but twice. But it still irked at me. That U.S. title, I want it. I want it not only for myself, but for my company, AEW. So, before this G1 happens, for all these other cronies are offering for title matches and title shots with you, let it be known, Wrestle Dynasty in the U.S., Omega Okada 5 for your U.S. title. And this time, there isn't going to be a swan song of me defeating the Rainmaker and ending the reign. This is the end of you. Kazuchika Okada. You will not recover from this. Because I'm going to take this belt. And he tries to grab it, and Okada's like, no, wait a minute. I'm going to take that belt back home with me. And just, and he even does the old goodbye, good night with that little gun trigger. It just kind of be fun like that to relive that. So we have a match set for Wrestle Dynasty. Thinking way ahead with that one. But that's going to be a fun little match. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Hopefully that's a big enough venue too. Wrestle Dynasty, hopefully. But yeah, Mega Okada 5 for the U.S. title. Make it official. I love how I put 4 instead of 2. 2 a U.S. title match. There we go. So for the rest of the card here, I'm trying to think what else. I think as far as the top of the card, that's pretty much it. As, now on to the tag title matchup of the Chaotic Pitbulls Task Force Death, which we kind of spoiled already, but Task Force Death gets the win, beating the Chaotic Pitbulls. Should be a really good match, though. Of course, first time meeting as far as a tag match, but they had the 6-man back at Best Super Juniors, at the finals of Best Super Juniors, which did pretty well. Hopefully this does well as well. And then the IC title match, Evil Hiromu. Hiromu's going to beat him. LIJ keeps the Intercontinental title. Fun match, though. Evil. I thought about having some interference in that one, but just like, let him be, right? Nick Jackson and Pac, which we talked about a little bit. Pac going to be the junior heavyweight champion going into the G1. It's pretty awesome. That should be a really good match, though. Hopefully, Pac doesn't get hurt. That would be a goddamn shame. Never open-weight title match of Brody Lee and Miro. Brody Lee gets the win and is your new never openweight champion, beating God's champion in Miro. That's fun. That should be a really good match, though. Which, brings us to the rest of the post-show press conferences that we're doing. And also, before we get to that, though, on the main card, Shibata returns to announce his comeback to in-ring competition as at the G1 Climax Finals. It's going to be a special grappling contest, and he hasn't said who his opponent's going to be, but he will be coming back. And I'm assuming he can't be the road agent of his own angle, so we'll have Liger do it. Because, Shibata, weirdly, when the mod, when we started the mod, he was set still as wrestler, and I was like, well, what the fuck? And I just turned it off, thinking nothing of it. Well, of course, now, since we started, he's back. At least he returned for Wrestle Kingdom. And, as far as was it kind of... He did the grappling contest first with Zach, and then he did, the match with Ren. So, it looks like he probably should be set as occasional wrestler, to be honest. So, we'll actually change it to occasional wrestler. Oh, we can't. No, that's right. We gotta talk him into it. If we can. Oh. Well, he's just stuck as a wrestler. That's fine. He is the wrestler, after all. But yeah, Shibata's coming back. She won Climax. Watch out for that. That's going to be pretty awesome. As for the rest of the post-show. So Jay White going to have a post-show press conference just saying... hands on his head, just like, what the fuck is going on? It is what is happening with Bullet Club type of deal. It's just thinking, like, in a year, bodies have been flying out of Bullet Club faster than a speeding bullet. Grills of Destiny, Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens, and tonight, Kenta, another name, but Iwgp. Jay White's just kind of laughing about it. I was like, yeah. Week after week, I was coming in the locker room just kind of seeing who else is going to be gone and out of here. Who's going to be left. But I think there's still a good core and a good foundation. Bullet Club, simply put, we got to reload. This is not the same Bullet Club. Clear as day, we only got 4 fucking guys. What's next for Bullet Club? I'm not sure. My focus is on one thing: being back-to-back winners of the G1 Climax. Sure, Bullet Club business right now isn't the best. But just so you know, Kenta, I helped you tonight, thinking that you were still a member of Bullet Club, a brother in arm, but no. No, you used me. Nobody uses the Switchblade. I'll get my revenge on the G1 Climax, and if we are not in the same block, watch your back. Because even though we might not be in the same block, they better have somebody from Task Force Death at ringside. Better have somebody from Task Force Death carrying your bags around. Because I could hit at any moment, any time, to take you out for what you just did. You embarrassed me in front of everybody here in Osaka-jo Hall, everybody watching on New Japan World. Nobody does that to Jay White. Nobody. So it's just kind of a strong message for Jay White. And just saying, listen, Bullet Club, it's not the best thing right now. It's not looking too hot, but his focus is on the G1 Climax. And Bullet Club, they'll reload, they'll get better. But right now, it's Jay White's time. It's the Switchblade's time. As for our final we got a lot of these, but I just felt like it was kind of necessary to do this as Brody, the Exalted Champion now. Mr. Brody Lee, leader of the Dark Order, coming through, celebrating. Big night for Dark Order, even though it wasn't perfect night. He kind of goes through that. He's like, God damn it. It feels fucking good, to go through the main tonight and get this Never Openweight title belt. This championship, this is the championship of real men, of hard-working men who will bust their fucking ass day in and day out to hold this belt. There's some badass fuckers that have held this belt. I hope I can join my name to the list. It's for Dark Order. Sure, it wasn't a perfect night. Fellow member Evil fell short, but that's okay. It's a war. Sure, we might have lost the battle tonight, but LIJ, you still came up short. Naito-san, not feeling too hot now, are you? Falling short at your biggest moment in your career. Again against Kazuchika Okada. Who would have thought? But I know my goals are set on bigger and better things. Sure, this Never Openweight title is just the start. But like I said in the past, Dark Order, we're here to get every single fucking belt you guys have. And I think I should not only win New Japan Cup like I did, not only win this Never Openweight title, but also I think I should cap off the year of 2021 winning the G1 Climax. As for the rest of us, Hobbs, Tankman, I'm sure G1 appearance be pretty big for you too. But you fuckers, Reynolds, Silver, your job is pretty fucking simple. While we're away in the G1, recruit, and recruit. Do it on New Japan Strong. Do it over here. I don't care if you have to make a fucking website, make a Twitter account for it. Fucking have an ad in New York Times Square for all I care. Dark Order. We need to be bigger. We need to be better. Task Force Death. Look what they did. They just acquired the fucking heavyweight champion. And what are we doing, huh? Sure, Evil, yeah. Big acquisition for us. But we want to be bigger. We want to be better. And it's up to you two fucks. And that's a very important job. You better not fuck this up, Silver. You better not fuck this up. And he's just like, it's just playing off to basically like just a BTE skit is what this turns into. But, just Brody signaling what the plans are for Dark Order. Get bigger, get better type of deal. as for the Never Overweight 6-man. Oh, actually, we'll do the tag titles first, because it's going to be the opener, but we'll just go ahead and add it as and then for the New Japan Strong, or Never Overweight 6-man tag title matchup as Liberty United will be winning against United Empire. And then also, we kind of brushed through this really fast, so we'll go ahead and... but Alex Shelley will be getting the win for Liberty United. So big day for Liberty United, coming home with the junior heavyweight and the 6-man titles. Not maybe the biggest day as far as like in regards to some of these other stables, but still, not a bad day. Not a bad day at all, as we'll probably have to change, looks like Justin King and Shibata. And we need to steal the show match. Didn't even think about that. I guess it should probably be this, to be honest. I was hoping we get lucky. Because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, Justin King was working this. We'll have Robert King. Now we gotta go through and see. Assuming Shibata's like doing the main event angle. Yeah. So is Justin King's, which that should be Red Shoes. And we'll have Chono. The agent there, perfect. As for we got the pre-show stuff to add. Not really sure what I want it to be. As far as maybe I think just for the best, a Bullet Club. With against Tanahashi and the boys. We'll do Taguchi. And instead of Wado, we'll do Fujinami, Jay White, Daiji Mori. We'll do El Phantasmo instead of Yujiro. Not a bad match. Not a bad match at all. As we'll have Taguchi get the win. He can beat El Phantasmo. Just to really pile on to the Bullet Club. Shit. In the next one, probably a Young Lions match. Get the Young Lions involved. There is a lot of guys that are still, not booked. Homicide and fucking Kingston, Josh Alexander. Obviously Bushi. Fucking Caristico. Yeah, I'll probably be sending Caristico and, this is going to be an interesting time once the G1 kind of happens, because obviously we won't need such a big roster during that time, so we'll probably be sending guys down to CMLL for a little bit, just to kind of freshen up a little bit. Mainly. Carl Fredericks, guy we probably should be using as well. Yeah, let's do something like that. Let's do Carl Fredericks with Velocities. Sure. Against Top Flight and Yoshida. Sure, that's just the most random ass match we could think of. As we'll have Fredericks beat Yoshida there. Now we're good to go, I think. As far as we'll have to... Yeah, we get... Well, Marty Asami. Oh, yeah, Harada. I think... No, Harada's good. Never mind. It's retiring already. Isn't a great road agent. Yeah, we're good to go. Let's run the show. 54. The first of 2 pre-show matches. As, obviously 16,000 strong. I will really want to run Dominion elsewhere, kind of in the future. I know, obviously, Osaka Joe Hall, it is a tradition, but we're able to run in much bigger venues now. Wouldn't be the worst idea, to have 2022 bigger and better, prospects out there. As Fredericks was actually not that good compared to Velocities, who, again, talk about just an injustice that I have not really done anything with them in the year, and some change that we've been booking this. Because, they're really good. They just are not over, and that's easy. Just haven't beat over guys, rather. Wow, an 80. It's Tanahashi an 85, as Taguchi with a vertebraker. Holy shit, in 1401. Ishimori, 77. 71 for Jay White. 65 for El Fantasmo. 57 for Fujinami. 55 for Taguchi. So the main show starts off 74 junior heavyweight tag title matchup. Shelley with the Border City Stretch on and Jonathan Gresham. Shelley, best guy of the match, but got through the bottom of 52. Not great, but I just felt like it was time, which is weird enough because that junior titles, the junior titles as a whole, I think, just really in 2021, I think they've changed hands like 4 or 5 times already. Really been passing that belt around a lot, but really trying to help, build guys up. And at the same time, the junior scene will not be obviously a highlight here come July and August, but obviously going after that, we'll get him back into the scene. Oh, a 64. I had a feeling this was going to be bad. Because I thought about flipping this, having this be the opener, but I thought it would be a good enough match. But then again, I was just like, man, fucking Great O'Con's in it, Katsuya Kitamura's in it. It's not going to be great, and it wasn't. But Zach was tremendous, though, 82, as Juice, the Sioux Island Destroyers, of course, Liberty United, getting the win. Yeah, which is 75 for Juice, 59 for Cobb and Onare. Just good stuff there from Liberty United. Ooh. Damn, Shibata can't fucking cut a promo. But fun stuff, though, to have Shibata back. Yeah. Sure, could we have kind of been like, let's have him be in the actual G1? That would have been fucking awesome and crazy. At the same time, I wanted to kind of be a little bit realistic. I just, felt like his return, kind of how they did in real life, obviously, just with the little grappling contest. I thought that was a good way to get him back. It's an 82 for the Never Openweight title match as Brody Lee, with an 80, beating Miro with the running big boot. Not even with the Brody bomb, damn. But 24-13 for Brody. Hell of a match. Not bad at all. I think that's probably one of the best Never Openweight title matches we've had. It's awesome. 76. Wow, they didn't click. Damn. Still a good match, though. It's Pac with the 450 splash in 2001. Makes that his 5th defense for his junior heavyweight title. It's an 80 for Evil and Hiromu. Hiromu with a 93. Incredible, making his 2nd defense of the Intercontinental title. I thought about it, but just like I couldn't with Hiromu Takahashi. Plus, I think him being the champ, Intercontinental champ, going into the G1, I think that's a really strong champion to have instead of Evil, where he's going to get outperformed by everybody. It's an 84 for the tag title matchup as Shotaro Ashino and Joe Doring of Task Force Death beat the Chaotic Pitbulls as Tomoichi takes the Avalanche T-Bone Suplex. What a fucking finish. As Ashino with a 91. Really, really good. Tomoichi, though, with an 80. Really, really good himself. As Ashino and Doring with their 2nd defense of the tag team titles. Yeah, I mean, just what a team, of Task Force Death. 81. Wow. That's crazy. Well, we'll see how Michael Cole does as he starts next week. So we'll see if he improves anything, because, man, that should have been a whole lot better than what it was. But what a win for Kazuchika Okada, getting the win with the Rainmaker in 29-10. So Okada with a 94, 83 for Naito. Should have been really good, much like their Dominion match last year. I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, it really was just inconsistency, too. But Shinpei, Nogami, and Liger. Not great. At least Milano's good. Guess we'll have to kind of bump Liger off commentary, I guess. Wow. I mean, I figured it was going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be an 85 good as Omega's return. That's pretty cool, though. Shinpei Nogami, again, being a piece of shit. Now we get an 85 main event. We'll take it. It's Kenta with the combo into the Busaiku knee as we see Jay White run in. And we also see Omega come in to make it even. It's I thought that was kind of unique to do that. To have Omega come out to help him. But it still isn't enough, It just, it was kind of weird with this match, because that initial plan of having that wasn't the plan to have like Kenta win and join Task Force Death. I was just kind of thinking about it when I was about to probably a week ago when we were running actually the Best Super Junior Finals. I was just like, man, that would kind of be a really cool idea. Cause ahead of time, it was just like, no, Kenta's gonna lose, after beating Ibushi. But to have Kenta beat him during the G1 and to beat him here, because I thought everyone would kind of assume Ibushi's just gonna run right through him. To really shock people and to be like, hey, fuck it, he beat him. And Kenta's the heavyweight champ. Really, really cool to be able to do that, to tell that story. That got a 72. That's awesome. Fucking Dark Order. Hell yeah. So 55. Wow, that didn't go well at all. Not well at all. Yeah, but the aftermath of all that, with Kenta now fight a Task Force Death. At least Kenta and Joe Doring are pretty good promos. Not sure Torishino though, I guess. Yeah, and that was fun too to have that. Oh yeah, this was all out of order, but that's okay. I was waiting for that. I was like, did we already? Yeah, it was all out of order, but that's okay. 84. We'll take it. I was hoping for an 85 there. I figured, this would be like high 80s, so with this and that, at least got into the 85, but I was just expecting so much more. So hopefully Michael Cole being involved will make that a little bit better in the future, but a lot of post-show stuff, a lot of shit going on. As thank you all for watching, as I'm not really sure who to put over. So thinking Okada, but I think Kodobushi though, just for, he did a 92, he probably shouldn't have lost. But just for the story perspective of that, I just felt like that was the time to pull the trigger on that. So, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Hiromu's done really well for himself. Let's get Brody. Fucking Big Rig. It's awesome. Hell yeah. What a show. As, yeah, and now, for the biggest show of the year coming up, with the biggest tour, longest tour, in the G1 Climax. We got a lot of different moving pieces now. We got Kenta and Task Force Death. Pac is going in as the junior champ. We now have, as far as, could we potentially do it like a big G1 like we did with the Best Super Junior? Absolutely. We could have like 12 and 12 with the roster we have. I'm going to try for 10 and 10 though. We'll see. I think it would make sense to do 12 and 12 though, since we did that with the G1, or with the Best Super Junior. Oh yeah, we got Flamita on a written deal now, because we pissed off, El Fantasma's getting shit on, and so is Katsuki anymore. Damn. But yeah, we are now no longer partners with Ring of Honor. Just felt like it was unnecessary. We weren't really doing anything with that relationship, so just said, fuck it. We're going to sign all of our people that we want. As, yeah, that will do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. As, we'll catch you guys for the G1. Take care, everyone.